so we won't be able to talk to them, at least right now.
Okay. Are they interrogating the mercenaries? No.
I believe the mercenaries are still outside,
I
right?
thought they were all gathered, like here. Down in the
Yes,
south.
the entirety of everyone who is outside of the palace is currently corralled in this courtyard.
Oh, also, we learned the origin of the mirror. It was originally a gift from the Jade Emperor. He gave it to the Duke of Thunder because the Duke of Thunder accidentally killed an innocent woman. And
See?
punishment for that was the slain woman became the Duchess of Lightning. So she used to be immortal. And to kind of prevent this from happening ever again, the Jade Emperor gave the mirror to the Duchess, to the Duke, who gave it to the Duchess. And yes, I believe we already knew, but its magical power
is probably very strong.
Yes, but it also it comes from the Duchess using it and not the mirror itself.
But the mirror would have retained some of that power.
Yes, the mirror was just kind of a regular bog standard magic mirror.
Think of it as a sword that's, for someone using a sword by casting like flames on it. The sword will still be hot after the person stops using the sword.
But it's a god's power.
But it specifically comes from the god, yes.
Like a super hotted sword.
What's Nyla's opinion about this Duchess of Lightning, then? If I knew that she was moral, is she's still a god, she's still scum for me? Or...
Sounds like a question.
Does it work?
So, technically, because of Aethar teachings, Aethar believed that all the gods are false. The Duchess is a prime example of how false the gods are because she was clearly a mortal who became a god.
Yep.
Oh, also they suspect the Aethar, of course.
I mean, of course.
No. How anyone ever suspects a group that Nyla's part of?
You're right, it's crazy, I know.
Nyla, somebody's giving your group a bad name. I don't know who.
It's strange, I thought that was you at the very beginning of all this. So that's all we got. Maybe we should go talk to
Brian's
these
favorite thing and split the party.
I mean, as long as you guys are fine just sitting around for long periods of time without ever doing anything, then sure. But if you want to maximize enjoyment, keeping together would also...
I mean, somebody should interrogate the mercenary group.
Mercenaries.
Did we want to try interviewing the other god proxies to see if we can narrow it down a bit more? Because there's, like, a lot of mercenaries. I got a good feeling about the Duchess of Wind. Or not the Duchess, the Lady of Wind.
I don't have any good feelings about any of them.
Well, I want the guards.
No, we're talking about this. I should probably actually have my notes out.
You know what? I got a great plan. All right, I got a great. One could call it the greatest plan.
All right.
Well, that one might be wrong, but you know. Anyways, real quick, who were you talking to that were saying that they think it was probably a mercenary?
There we go. I have created a chat called Clues and Suspects.
Oh, genius.
Oh god.
All right. It was
You may write down your clues and suspects here.
He was.
Wasn't that like someone for the rain god, like not an espionage, like just someone who relays information.
What?
Okay. That's what I thought.
It is worthwhile talking to not the mercenaries, but I think the guards overseeing the mercenaries, because I'm sure they got their own truth put around them, so we can just get clear, concise answers.
wrong thing, Ben.
What? I'm not seeing any issues here.
That's how you pronounce it. That's how
I
it's
was
spelled.
close.
I think it's Wu-Tang.
Listen, all right. The next guy can be called Wu Tang.
All right. And then
Is there like a very famous artist, that's somewhere around here?
I am familiar with Wu Tang.
So,
All right. That's the only time Nala equals sus can be put on here.
I was very close to putting it already.
Or any other variation of Nyla did it. Because I know if I let you, you will just spam that over and over again and cover up any actual clues.
All right.
so
That doesn't sound like us.
how do we absolutely know it's missing?
It's missing. Well, I guess we're going with the
The
victim.
assumption the god is very mad,
Who's to say that the goddess or the Duchess of Lightning isn't holding back, that she's hiding it for herself?
It's her mirror.
Yeah, she owns it and uses it.
Yeah,
I would,
but maybe it's to get the Jade Emperor angry at the Duke of Thunder again.
well, it
I don't
does.
Maybe
think this
make
would-
her more powerful.
It does seem a bit convoluted. For her to hide the mirror. I as much as I hate you, I can't completely write that off. But
I mean, I can. You want the Jade Emperor to be mad at him? It wouldn't work because the first time this guy killed someone on accident, he gave him a mirror to prevent it from happening again. He didn't get angry. At least from what I've heard from your guys' story.
he was angry, but I believe it was more of a, all right, you messed up, don't let it happen again. But it does seem a bit like losing this mirror. I don't think the end means very much to the Jade Emperor.
Yeah, because it was a gift to the Thunder guy.
Yes, the Duke of Thunder. It does make things suspicious, but it feels like the Duchess doesn't gain much. But I can't completely write it off. I imagine it's going to be a bit hard to personally interview the Duchess of Lightning.
Especially when we can't even get in the palace.
Yes.
Who knows, since you guys are technically mortal, maybe she has a soft spot. Like the fake thing she is.
Nyla, you are nothing but soft spots.
So you're saying I'm strong and tough. Thanks, Volk.
That is not the words
Not
that came out
even
of
close.
But I'm happy your delusion has progressed this far. Alright,
Let's go talk to the mercenaries / guards guarding the mercenaries. Because at least that's somewhere we can start for now. And let's all go as a group.
I guess. Yeah, but my only question is there's like hundreds of these guys, right?
I thought there was like a group of like 5.
There are hundreds.
And there are people looking at the wanted posters out front.
Well, the wanted posters were like 3 miles long, so there's a
The
lot.
people we were talking to. How many mercenaries are out there?
Said hundreds.
There's quite a crowd.
That's why I wanted to get more information from the gods.
In fact, there's quite a lot of noise coming from down there, as the mercenaries too seem to be trying to figure out who among them is the suspicious one.
They even think so too.
Yeah.
Chaos.
One could describe the scene as chaos.
I'm gonna go look at them and watch for anything suspicious.
Yeah.
because this would be the perfect time for a someone to get away.
I
don't think anyone's really getting away in right
yeah,
now.
I feel like the
If we're talking about someone who got into the palace of the gods, stole an the the Duchess of Lightning's personal mirror artifact that was given by a god, I think they can get out of here pretty easily.
I don't
So
think
I'm not
they
taking any chances.
Not, I bet there's a lot more.
They also did that when the Duke wasn't aware that it was missing.
Yeah, I feel like now the gods' eyes are trained on the area, where before they might have just been pretty lackluster. Or
We have
I
to
think
assume
it's somewhere we
was
can
noticed
spend.
almost immediately. Because I imagine the Duke has some way of telling when the mirror is in his possession versus out. Perhaps if I could interview him or interview anybody, I would be able to get more information about the specifics of the mirror and perhaps the magic cast on it. If perhaps letting it leave the central tower perhaps caused an alarm spell or something like that to go off for the Duke. So we locked
Hey,
everything.
guard, Horn Devil. Do you know anything about that?
Who, me? I'm just here. I'm just one of the wall guards sent to make sure that you guys don't cause trouble.
You know absolutely nothing about this mirror. Do
Judging
we know
by
if
your
it's...
mask, you're working for the devils. I mean, what do you think? The best way to stay ahead is to do your job adequately enough that you get promoted, and that way we get promoted the hell out of here so we can do more important things.
The guy just works here, and I was like, "Tell me what you know." Artifact.
I mean, if you think it's sus, roll me an insight.
That was more so for a joke, but I'll still roll.
I was about to break open the case on a natural 20.
Or completely flip the
I didn't
page
get
on a
mine.
nat one.
Everything we know is a lie. The gods aren't actually even gods.
You don't know if, or actually no, yeah, you don't know if this guy's lying. However, this does make you recall some information that you may have forgotten, or as the DM haven't told you. But you know because you've been here in hell long enough. Horned devils are kind of well known for being kind of lazy.
Wait, is Malcolm a horn devil?
No, he's a spine devil.
Ah. Are spine devils known for being lazy?
When they can be, absolutely. Every single devil is known for being as lazy as they can be.
To be honest, Texas Red is pretty upbeat. He's like a real go-getter.
Yeah, Texas Red is kind of a...
I'm always an exception.
No, good on you.
So it could be a devil if they want to rank up.
Well, but they are lawful beings, so it would kind of counteract their nature. Unless they were...
Not really.
Like them existence.
Full. Roll me a knowledge nature, or knowledge religion.
Oh boy, I'm gonna fail this.
So confident.
Well, it's not my best skill.
Roll me with advantage, because this is dealing with devils.
Hey.
All right. So you know, and this is a reminder for everyone else who doesn't remember, devils are lawful beings, but they're lawful in terms of they want to rank up to be able to be the one who dictates what the rules are, to skew them in their advantage. However, the chaotic means of doing so are not typically their forte.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit in the devil's.
So it's possible, but then it would have probably more likely have been an order from on high. rather than a devil just outright doing it. But it's also, look at Texas Red. I mean, if Texas Red wanted to steal a gun and he thought it was more useful to him, he probably would.
Classic Texas Red.
Texas Red.
So you're saying
kinda
Texas Red stole it?
All right. Let's see here. I'm thinking yes, it would have to have somebody would have had to order the devil to do it, but I don't suppose the devils are super sharing about whose allegiance they swear to.
Literally, whoever holds their contract. Or whoever's
who-
above them in
Yeah, if
rank.
we find out who owns all these guys' contracts,
Good luck with that.
is that something devils don't like?
Would you like talking about the person that owns your soul?
I mean, maybe. If I
Could be a
was
nice
little bit
guy.
more religious, I'd definitely be preaching Helm a bit more.
Think of devils as members on a baseball team.
Okay.
That's kind of the way the system works.
We want to talk to their agents or find out who their agents are.
Well,
So they can basically be traded around teams pretty easily if their higher ups believe that that would serve a purpose.
Okay. But it is, we do want to find out who the devils guarding the mirror, who owns their contracts. And
Yeah.
perhaps also the captain of the guard. Because, I mean, if we're running a line of thought that says the shift changes were malicious instead of ignorance, it could have been ordered by whoever owns the devil, the captain of the guard. Because who would have the permission to change that? To change the schedules?
I don't think it's like the schedule change. I think it's
Someone slacked.
same schedule, just people not reporting when they're required to.
That doesn't seem very lawful.
Like Brian said, devils like to be lazy.
Alright.
Yeah, they're still reporting, but if it's 5 minutes late, that's 5 minutes of work they didn't have to do.
What if they got docked for that 5 minutes?
I want to once again be clear. Specifically, horn devils are known to be lazy. Some devils are in fact lazy, but horn devils are like it's one of their defining characteristics. One could say.
Yeah, but I would say devils in general try and do the least amount of work they have to.
Fair.
So
Fair.
they could cut 5 minutes off of their required shift and not have a consequence.
Okay. So we think for sure that it wasn't malicious, that this was...
Well, I don't know, but I think we should talk to them and see if it seemed it was malicious.
Okay. Who would we
I
talk
think-
to in order to discover that? The captain of the guard?
Just say
Or-
the cards.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean, Brian, what were the guards outside of the... What was the rank of them outside of the clock tower?
Ice devils.
Which
Oh,
devil?
So outside the so there seems to be really a few types of devils. The most common are barbed devils, horned devils, and ice devils. Ice devils seem to be specifically guarding entry points.
So probably higher
ice
ranking.
devils are like extremely high ranking, and it probably costs the gods here an arm and a leg to acquire them as guards. Horned devils seem to be guarding it seems like minor points. One could say that they're like acting as leaders over certain areas. Or in this case, you seem to be high level threats, so they're guarding over you. And then everything else seems to be a barbed devil.
Well, we're high level guys.
You know, barbed devils are typically guards in the devil hierarchy. So they're like a little bit better than common foot soldiers, but only just.
I'm a barb devil. I'm way better than a common foot soldier.
And all the barbed devils think that way too.
Perfect.
Totally unique and individual, just like everybody else.
So I'm kind of thinking at this point, this would have taken some time to plan. So whoever did this was at minimum probably here for at least like a couple of times like these past few days just to like scope out the place. If the guards that Vulcan Maximilian talked to thought that it was a mercenary, it would have been somebody that
That was a proxy, a god proxy.
well either was a proxy or like they came here multiple times, somebody would have seen them. That could be something that we could start asking guards and other mercenaries is have you seen anybody around here that's shown up more more regularly recently?
I mean, they may not even notice that as much either.
So just I want to clarify, a proxy is someone who represents a god and is kind of like the mouthpiece for that god. You could argue the Pope would be a proxy.
Damn, I've talked with the Pope. What have you guys done?
He said a proxy, not the
Does
proxy.
Nyla trust proxies?
I'm sorry, what?
Does Nyla trust proxies?
If you can convert a proxy, you will have done a great deed.
Ooh.
All right, Nyla's definitely all right.
Yeah. Does anyone have any rope?
All right. As much as I hate to suggest it again, I think we should split up and look for clues.
I do want to go see what the chaos is by the mercenaries because I think there's something greater going on over there.
Could I take Damien with me this time? I want to get a little bit more insight on these guys.
All right. All right, guys, you have the map. Arrange yourselves physically into groups.
Okay. I'll be group god. I'll be up in the north.
No. Keep your guys in this little section here.
Well, yeah. I just moved
I
myself.
have a
up.
group over here.
All right,
here.
fine. I guess I'll just zoom out. All right, keep yourself then in this green area then.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take Maximilian. Do you want to come with me? I think we can leave Geol with Nyla and Texas Red. Unless Texas wants to come with us.
I'm
No,
gonna
we can't leave Nyla by herself.
talk to the shift guards.
Alternatively, you can have Nyla
Get tied up.
have 4 guards.
Wow, I didn't know that's so popular, guys.
Hey Brian, did I ever find anything up in this purple area?
No.
Okay.
Maximilian, which group do you want to go with?
I mean, I prefer to try to go talk to some of the gods
Okay.
or proxies.
Move yourself accordingly then.
All right. So
Jupiter's
we've got
dead.
Volk, Damien, and Maximilian. One second. I need to name Maximilian. Oh wait, no. I just need to turn on his nameplate.
Genius.
And set it so that his character always does that. 1 second, Maximilian, I'm making a big size.
Whoa.
Aha!
It just grew.
I am now a large creature.
Maximilian.
You're
Am I a
huge.
dragon now?
Maximilian
Or,
Smash.
am I a dragon now?
No.
Is that what happens when Dragonborn gets big?
I think so, yeah. Wait, does he evolve like a Pokemon? And
Do I get enough experience?
No, Dragonborn specifically Digivolve.
oh, man.
It's only a temporary thing. Okay, so you've got
I'd be fine with that.
Maximilian, Damien, and
I'm okay
Volk
with that too.
working together to go to the proxies. You've got Texas Red. Anyone going with Texas Red?
What's
To,
Texas
to
doing?
investigate the guards.
He's gonna go investigate the guards.
I mean, I assume that's what you're doing, right, Dakota?
Yeah. The shift guards.
I'll go with Texas Red for now.
Okay. And then I guess by default, Geol comes with you.
Classic Geol.
All right. Since we started with Volk and Maximilian, we're going to start with Nyla and Texas Red. So you guys, the other three of you get to shove yourselves into group 2.
Get out of here, you filthy man.
Questions. We need fucking answers, alright? You tell me what I need to fucking know, alright? Swear upon your life that you tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Only the truth.
I assume you guys are talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, in all seriousness, Folk will approach Davian and be like, I need to ask some questions, and I couldn't be within earshot of the others.
Okay.
I need you to swear that you will tell me the truth upon our promise that we've made.
Okay.
You swear?
Yes, I swear.
Alright. How long have you known Geol?
At least 190 days.
Where did you get him from?
He was part of the group that we were assigned to.
Explain.
When Texas Red sold their souls,
Mm-hmm.
we were immediately brought back to Avernus at the Brass Palace, I think it was. There we were signed by Dragath, who holds our contract, to work under Uzralos, who was a bone devil at the time. And he already had 4 people working under him. 3 were Dwergar, and the last one was Geol. Oh, and Torun.
Okay.
They all worked under Uzralos. Now, and then we were assigned under Uzralos as well.
What happened to Azralos?
He got shoved. Long or short?
We've got time.
Probably long.
Okay, so during basically our first mission, he got shoved into the river Styx, lost his memory. We've fucked off basically for about a week and a half, and then basically just took a vacation because we were like, haha, free vacation. Eventually we found some clerics in Avernus to restore him, cast Greater Restoration on him. He was kind of angry, took us back to the Brass Palace, or the watchtower that we were supposed to report to. Texas Red basically threw him under the bus, saying, oh, we were slacking off because he's incompetent. Uzralos got demoted, everybody else got somewhat promoted, and so technically I think Texas Red took over as leader, and Uzralos was just like booted off to the side somewhere. He got angry. He joined Adeline, that Oni, that's part of the Doom Squad that's tracking us down.
Okay.
So yeah.
And these Dwergar.
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 Yeah.
What happened to them?
They all died.
Is that how?
Multiple ways that me and Melissa can't remember off the top of my head. I know Bro Mara was the last one, and she's the one whose notebook I had that I was finally able to translate. Apparently, they all made a deal together. Like, they all knew each other beforehand and made a deal together. And then, when Horgar and Murgle, who were the other 2, died, they were supposed to be turned into Lemures, but they didn't. They just disappeared, and so Bromar was trying to figure that out. And then she died, and she disappeared. So we have no idea what happened with that. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Can I ask the main question?
Do you know that Geol is not a goblin?
What?
Excellent.
Inside check! I mean,
I'm telling you the truth.
no, I know. Me and Melissa, I know.
is in fact a shapeshifter.
Huh. Okay.
I was unaware that if any of your party knew that he was a shapeshifter, or
Well,
if that
when
was
you
been
say
kept secret.
shapeshifter,
I don't mean shifter, I mean wearing something else's skin.
so like a changeling?
I believe so.
Okay. Huh.
Max and I didn't know if the party had been keeping secrets from us, or you just truly didn't know.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, is he... Like, he's good? He's not evil or anything?
I can't tell for certain. All I know is that he has not been entirely truthful with us.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like...
Granted, we all have our secrets, but...
Yeah, and he's been with us since day one. Like, why should he trust any of us? We're all contracted to devils.
Yes, but... if we have to put our lives on the line in order to work with one another.
Yeah.
At any point, I don't want to judge Geol's character. He's been nothing but reliable so far.
He could be feeding information about us back to somewhere. and
Yes,
just
he could
having
be
it
working
useful.
for somebody else,
I mean,
is the problem.
like, I've known him for over 190 days.
But that's the point with shapeshifters. Have you really known him?
Yes!
His
I have
whole
gone
existence is a
drinking with
lie.
him. Me and him have talked, and we have each other's backs.
So he has your trust.
Yes.
he has your
He's
trust.
working his way in.
This is
Okay.
not sounding great, Damien.
Yeah.
You guys have my trust too. Is
Is
that
Damien
a
a shapeshifter?
problem? Yes, I am. You know I am.
Oh,
Step in the moonbeam.
The
Step into it right now.
I will fucking deck you if you cast Moonbeam on me.
Why, do you have
Sounds
PTSD
like-
from the last time?
Yes.
Look, I just want you to understand that Geol is hiding something from us, and that could be a detriment to the party.
Okay, well, he
I
could
have a
just
feeling
be
that
ashamed
Texas
of the
Red-
fact that he's a shapeshifter.
Yes, but
Like, I had
sounds
people
terrible,
back in my
but I don't
tribe who
trust
just
shapeshifters.
who were afraid that they weren't a shapeshifter because everybody else in the tribe was.
You mean a shifter?
That's what dirty
Shifter,
shifter
yeah.
would say.
Yeah, this isn't any half and half. This is full on change into somebody else. We don't even know if Geol is his real name.
I mean, I would assume not if he's a changeling.
Also, if this is a Scooby-Doo mystery, I'm totally called dibs on pulling the mask off myself.
God, this hurts so much because Damien's just finding this out, but me and Melissa, I know so much more. Ah.
I think Geol's super sus. And because you had been the most trustworthy and had known him the longest, I wanted to get your opinion.
Yeah,
And find
and
out if
I trust him. He didn't do this.
You know,
I
plus this and maybe other things.
perhaps it's been only because I've been here only a month, but I would like the truth. I'm not a servant of the God of truth, but I need people who are watching my back to at least be somewhat upright and honest. To show me their face at least.
So someone might be getting moonbeamed.
You haven't even seen mine or Nyla's face. Though
Yeah,
that is
we
not
try,
our... We literally don't have the ability to show you our
well,
face.
I know Nyla is a horrible monstrosity, so I don't need to. I can kind of judge a book by its cover on that.
I mean,
You wouldn't betray a promise to your wife and daughter, would you?
How do you know?
Wait, do you think I
Like,
could change them?
I know that I wouldn't. You can change what?
Do you think I could make them not be shifted then?
I think it's
Once I level?
I think it's gonna be a natural ability.
So that, you'd have to get. Wouldn't Moonbeam do that then?
Moonbeam, they would just have disadvantage
It's a
on the
saving
save, and it would just be
Yeah.
damage, basically.
If we stack some Moonbeams.
Jake, I'll be honest. Moonbeam is a terrible spell.
That
should
was
not
not one
get
I
it.
was. That was not what I was planning on getting.
Okay. It's like
I only get so many changes. I have to.
on the
Make those count.
alternative, I do have Zone of Truth. But also,
Sorry,
this is
Coda
why I
was
want
barking.
to talk with the gods, because the gods will give me information that they won't share with other folk. I don't want to say heathens, but I'm gonna think.
Hey.
Stop
Like
barking.
Nyla.
I for sure it would definitely be a detriment to bring a godless heathen like Nyla. So you two you aren't paladins of gods, so you would be. They don't trust you as much as they trust me. How do we tell time? How do we know it's ahead?
By looking at the clock.
As a reference to what?
I don't know. I would
We don't
just
have two
assume
clocks
that
we can
he
compare.
might be talking to the clock keeper. No, but back to what we were talking about before. How do you guys know that you can trust me at all?
Oh, I trust none of you.
Eh?
Damien,
He trusts none of you. Volk, you have said
sold
multiple
away
times
my-
that you trust me. Yeah? And I
Sure.
trust you and I trust Max. I trust Geol just as much. Honestly, I probably trust Geol more than I trust, no offense, Max, but I trust him more than I trust you. Because he's had my back in so many fights.
Yes, but what if it's all just a long play? You can't discount that as a possibility. If he truly trusted you,
Why
if
would he
truly
bring me back as a
believed in
Lemure?
you, then he would. What was that? Why would he bring you back?
Yeah, I was told when
I'm
I died, he
going
brought
to
me
be-
back.
Perhaps it's because he knew he needed to stay with the party no matter what.
He could have
So
very
that
easily
abandoning you
just
would-
come back on his own. I would have been a Lemure out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody would have given a shit.
Yes, but he.
Maybe he's watching the party for a reason.
It's not. You can't look me in the eye and tell me that I can't suspect him. I
You can suspect him all you want. That is your
100%.
choice. I am
Has
telling
there
you
been any,
what
like-
I know about him.
Has there been like a bunch of fires wherever you guys went?
I'm pretty
No.
sure only one
Please
time.
God, no.
Is this a Bojangles moment?
You mean a Yakuza?
It's not on purpose, I'll tell you that. Bojangles is on purpose.
Hey, it's ya. Chashamu.
Hey. It's Akshay.
I'm pretty sure I only started the one fire in this campaign so far.
Fuck, I
Like
knew
everywhere you look,
wherever
like-
you went.
Yeah, Ben, I think
All
this
those
is
on the
all your
forest
fault.
burned
I
down.
was so good up until you joined this campaign. And then you joined, and the one time I go out on an adventure with you, I burn down a forest. I think this is your fault somehow. You are jinxing
Well,
me.
yes. Tell me more how it's my fault that you burned down the forest.
You gave me a firework that I didn't know how to use, Ben.
Stake it in the ground. Maximilian, here's the fire. Would you like to light it off for me?
don't know if I trust that.
Don't! They explode and send fire everywhere, and it expands at a ridiculous rate.
Like my fire.
So intentional sabotage on the clock tower is important. No.
If the clock tower is off, then that would explain why the shifts have been
Messed up.
messed up. Yeah.
So we're looking at about a 4 hour and 30-minute window where the crime was committed to when it was discovered. But Damien, I plan on confronting Geol with this information. I would like to talk to Nyla and Texas Red as well, because this affects the whole party. I will take into consideration that he has been faithful to you and even saved your life.
Multiple
But
times,
I cannot
probably.
discount my suspicion. I mean, I've saved your life, so I mean, how much can you really trust me? Am I right?
Alright. What's going on over here, buddy?
Oh, you're just, casually playing a game of who can throw a rock the farthest. It's definitely not Maximilian. Somebody
Wow,
strike.
Maximilian doesn't
Actually-
even have the fucking catapult spell. What a loser.
He actually has a version is called Trebuchet.
Oh, I was thinking
Cannon.
of the cantrip called Yeet.
Ram gun.
The Yeet cantrip.
Yeah,
And
but
hey-
unfortunately, it's based off
I have some strength, Ben.
How much?
+2.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
It's good. It's good.
Alright, so what are you
We're
guys
gonna go
doing?
talk to the Cloud Kid.
One
Knock,
second.
knock, knock.
Cloud Youth
There are any
lives to
shops
the
on the
left.
You gotta love it when Wikipedia's only information in Chinese mythology. Yun Tong is an assistant of Li Gong. He creates clouds. Thank you, Katie. I really.
Like you're gonna have to improvise. Alright, guys, I don't think he will actually anyone to deal with the Cloud Youth, mostly because he didn't exist until about.
Only because I needed to move the
Classic
doubles.
Devils.
Alright, you approach the gates, which are currently guarded by another set of devils, and as you approach your approach,
Hold on.
enter but don't cause trouble. Born and bad Dragonborn, colors just slightly different, I guess. But you get like 90% of the way through, and with that miss, you manage to complete it, and it's all good.
And you're paying Maximilian.
Damien is, I assume, is sorrowed by the fact that there is no secret handshake that he can do in this instance.
He just punches the wall.
See, does like a little behind the back, high fives himself.
I just fist bumped Torun, and I'm just like, yeah, and he just looks at me like, oh, never mind.
Torun
I feel like-
does not understand the fist bump. All right, you finally enter this building after doing a whole bunch of strange handshakes with the Dragonborn, who will be named. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I promise
Is
that the
this-
next one.
is this
will be named
Wutong?
Wu-Tang.
Or Wu-Tang?
Oh, I'm sorry. It needs to be off-brand. Wutong. Wutong is perfect. Yes, I was.
Just
I
does
was
he have an
expecting-
assistant? Does he have yeah.
I didn't say clan. It's just Wutong.
What? Oh, my bad.
And Wutong says, "I was expecting you. Martin, you said that you would be showing up soon."
Of course, I seek the truth and to punish those who are unjust. I'm hoping you can help me in this endeavor.
All right. How can I help?
Well, first of all, can you perhaps explain the relationship between the Cloud Youth and the other gods in this pantheon?
The Cloud Youth is, I guess, the youngest of the four. Or sorry, I guess 5 if you count the Duchess. But he's not any less important. He just, creates clouds of the correct type so that the correct kind of weather occur, and also, facilitates the shading of the ground and the ability for some people to be able to tell the future with clouds and whatnot. So that's,
Astromancy.
although that's sometimes under the control of some of the other gods, but does what he can.
Of course. Now, you said he is the youngest of the pantheon. Is he? Is he?
Well,
is he a
sorry,
god?
not of the pantheon of the ones here.
The ones here, including the Duchess of Lightning.
I guess technically the Duchess would be. The Duchess was mortal, so she kind of aged, or aged quicker than him. I guess in terms of being around, the Duchess has not been around as long.
Of course.
But in terms of maturity, she is elder.
Now, we have been investigating this crime for a little while now. We have certainly read a couple of clues. Before we start, are there any suspicious characters or perhaps suspicious events that has happened within the last 24 hours that you would like us to take note of?
Well, we've been working very hard, so it's kind of hard for me to recall anything outside of the temples. But let me see if I can recall anything. Let's see. I don't quite recall anything out of the ordinary, if that's what you mean. I mean, we really were only notified of the goings on in the palace when, the Duke suddenly burst into anger and alerted everyone in the guards that the mirror is stolen.
At what time did that happen?
Let's see. I guess if you include, it wasn't that much longer than before you and the mercenaries were all stuck in here. But I guess now, because it's been a bit of time, I guess that was what, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago.
Of course.
Looking at the
And the
clock,
last
what time
time-
is it, Brian?
Looking at the clock, what time is it? Yes, so it is currently, let's see, it would currently be 5.
Okay, so...
And you remember that the clock has 10 sides to it, or has 10 points.
Mm-hmm. Is the clock still
So
stopped
in
from...
terms of time, yeah, in terms of time, yeah. I'm sorry, what, Melissa?
Is the clock still stopped from when the clock keeper gave the demonstration to Nyla and Texas Red?
It is.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So right now it's 7?
Right.
7:30.
Well, right now it'd be noon if it's 5.
No, because he said that was 2.5 hours ago was when it was stolen.
He said 1.5 hours ago it was stolen.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and it's 5 now. Or
The
at
clock
least
is
that's
also
what the
still
clock
up.
says. Yeah. But from what I know, the clock's only been stopped for 15 minutes, not even.
Yes.
Are there alternative clocks in here? Where was he getting this time from?
There is the central clock in the center of the room, where the. Oh, I see what you mean. Where is he getting the other times from? As to
Yes.
what time? How long has it been since the alarm went off?
Yeah.
It would be based off of the clock that's currently shown.
Okay. Alright. Now, are there any sort of malicious characters, other gods, other mythical figures, that would have any quarrels with either the Duke of Thunder or either the Duchess of Lightning?
Well, let's see. There are other gods here in Acheron that have a hatred for the Duke of Thunder, if that's what you're asking.
Who would
Can
that
you
be?
name
There are
names?
countless. There are countless gods that would be more than happy to take out a god of justice. But the one that I'm referring to specifically is the god of tyranny.
Can you spell out his name?
One of the one of the dead three. You could say. Yes, I guess I could spell it out for you. The name is B A N and then E.
Eni. He's. Oops.
I thought that
I was about to say,
was murder.
Out of character, that would be Ball.
Oh, gotcha.
Bhaal.
Gotcha.
Is that
Also,
how it's pronounced?
both the time is currently shown to be 5.
Oh, it's currently 5?
Yes.
So the mirror was stolen 1.5 hours ago.
3:30
That would have made it 3:30.
or 3.5. I don't know if it's still 60 minutes to an hour.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Now, I do have a question. You perhaps may not know it, but it would be great help to our investigation. The devils around that serve as guards. Do you know who holds their contracts?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't, but I do know that they are, let's say, disgrace. Sometimes devils fail their mission, and as punishment, they are sent elsewhere to either be out of the way or to be reprove themselves. And those devils are the ones that we can get because they're much easier to acquire. Not to mention, our ice devils are actually full price qualified members, but the horned below are not. If they were, if they were valued, they wouldn't be working for us. They would be working for the archdevils and whatnot.
Right, of course. We have
So-
to find able hands to help.
Wait. Do we know who was guarding the mirror? Like what type of devils? Was it the ice devils?
The Ice Devils
Have we
should
asked
have
that?
been.
No, it would have been the Horn Devils.
It
Because
would
I
have
doubled
been. It would have been barbed,
or Barb Devils.
because barbed devils are the guards. Horned devils here would be like would be more in charge of watching the walls and just in general in charge of the barbed. And then the ice devils here are high-ranking defenders of gateways and whatnot too. So they'd be guarding like the gods or the entryways where basically as a show of force.
So the someone could have maybe convinced the devils to try to steal the thing to reinstate their former glory.
It's certainly a theory we have. Now, this is still to do with the investigation, but I did bring it up with the Rainmaster's proxy. We are seeking admittance to the scene of the crime to see if we could discover any clues there. If we could perhaps get your recommendation to the Duke of Thunder that we be allowed to...
I'm sorry, but I don't know much about you. I know that you're trying your best, but unfortunately, with security being tested as it is, we really don't know who to trust at the moment. But
I can say with full confidence that you can trust me, a Paladin of Helm. Paladin Helm, God of Law.
perhaps, I guess, with yourself and any companions you might bring in under God, you couldn't cause any worse harm that's already been done, I guess.
We'd keep it small so that nothing, just me and the paladin. Just with my keen eyes from my archaeology background, I might be able to notice some things that weren't there or that maybe had gone unnoticed.
Okay, perhaps.
I'm a good people person.
Nah. You're a people person?
Hmm.
Good.
I can look
need
at
people
somebody
people.
and see if they're lying. So I'd be pretty good at interrogating any of the staff.
You do have zone of truth.
Oh.
Yeah, I do have Zone of Truth as well.
I have really good eyes that can see a lot of stuff.
But can it see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah, obviously because there's cinnamon on it. Durr.
Whoa, Damien's fucking too intelligent. We have to kill him quickly.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Run!
The god hears this and smites thee.
I stealth
Worried
with
that
my
their
advantage
power-
and +7.
Yeah, the god of Cinnamon Toast Crunch is gonna have to fucking... Sorry, the god of cereal is just gonna have to fucking use...
Fuck! I mean, still pretty good. 22. I hide from God.
The god has a +30.
Shit!
Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, God.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh god. Hey, you know how I always do so well on wisdom saves? Yep.
See, the wisdom save was required for you to hide from scrying.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
God knows where you are.
I did see a tier list and I didn't even put Cinnamon Toast Crunch in S tier. I was very upset.
Ooh, that's gross. Alright, does anyone have any other questions for this god?
Have you noticed anybody, like any new hires or anything like that around? Working in the palaces?
We get new hires all the time, I guess. How recently do you want?
Like within the past week?
In the past week? I mean, surely we've got some new devils, but beyond that, I don't... You see, most of the, you could say, clerical positions are hereditary.
Gotcha.
Although,
And obviously none of them would do
these
it.
These are also, followers of the Duke of Thunder. So I don't know. I find it so strange if one of them were to steal something.
What about the bureaucrats within the palace.
That's what I mean.
Ah, their positions are hereditary as well?
Well, most of them. I mean, some of them are awarded based off of merit in life, but
Yeah, but they
most of
follow
the time,
the
most
Duke
the
of
time,
Thunder,
though,
don't they?
yeah, yes, they do. Well,
Yeah.
that or one of us, but although most of the followers who die are become mercenaries, as opposed to as opposed to those who follow clerical positions. So, but that's why most of it is hereditary as opposed to appointed by followers. Unlike most other religious groups.
Of course.
So I guess you could say that the more of the followers are those mercenaries out in the courtyard than anything else.
Yeah, so it's probably either a devil or a mercenary. I'm willing to go with one of the mercenaries of the tyranny dude is disguising themselves to either, or just like not disguising themselves, but concealing the fact that they follow him.
Right. Is there a detect religion? Oh, can I ask them, what do you know what the symbol is for, the god of tyranny?
Hey, Bill.
What?
I'm just gonna call him Hey Bill from now on.
Yes, I can give that to you. Give me a second. A hand print. A black hand.
Black.
The Thieves Guild.
No, that's the Dark Brotherhood.
Is it
No, they have a red hand.
It's a red. I was gonna say it is a red hand print.
Alternatively, it's a talon. But the traditional one is the black hand. You could also recognize like their clerics with a black gauntlet on one fist. But it's unlikely you'll find a cleric so open here.
Right.
Well, they might still have like a glove under a gauntlet or something like that that's black. Or they could just have it in their bag.
Quite true. Or a disguise of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, where... Okay. So, well, do you think it's something we would bring up? Alright, quick question for the other two party members.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about getting somebody who could detect magic.
I'm working on it.
I mean, yes, but we don't have 8 hours to sit around and just have a tea party. Do you think we would want to ask the guard, or do we want to try asking one of the temples to see if they can provide a cleric?
So,
Max, Damien?
detect magic for what?
Like to see if we can find any traces of any spells that were used, or even people who might be disguising themselves or have illusion spells on themselves.
Okay. That sounds good. I thought you were talking about like trying to detect magic for the mirror. I'm like, well, if somebody's bold enough to steal a mirror of a god, they probably have a way to, conceal it. But
No, it's just that the Duke of Thunder is just too lazy to go and do drawing for his own thing.
Has anyone tried locate magic object? Crazy, right? Nobody's actually tried it? Huh.
Locate object on extremely magical hand mirror.
No, it's just have you tried?
Yeah, seriously. Jeez, we're getting paid by the hour here. Okay.
Paid? Who's paying you?
I mean, I'm being paid with my life, apparently.
Okay, I believe that is the extent of our questions.
I just got excited and found a paper crown in my inventory. I thought it was the one from Bro Mara's thing. Nope, it's my paper crown made of wanted posters.
Yep.
Didn't you give that to somebody? Thought Nyla like put that on somebody's head.
Also, it was a paper hat that you made. It didn't specify it was a crown.
Oh no,
No,
Nyla
I
made
think
it
it was
with a 32
No,
sleight of hand
no.
check.
What I said, what you made with
Oh, with Bro
Mara-
Mara's thing. Yeah, it was a hat.
not a crown.
Yes.
I was imagining like the one that you fold up into like a boat that you stuck on your head.
Yep, that's what I was imagining too.
Okay. Does anybody have any other questions?
What's your favorite color?
Oh, yes. I will ask. Now, obviously, we all wish to conclude this investigation as soon as possible. Is it possible to temporarily rely on one of the clerics of your temple to perhaps help us scan the mercenaries? If somebody is casting an illusion spell, it would be rather difficult for us to tell. But if somebody had the ability to detect magic, we could,
Or cast True Sight.
or True Sight, either would greatly enhance our ability to screen through people we need to interrogate. Can we perhaps rely on your temple to assist us in this endeavor?
I think we could. Of course. We will find somebody suitable and send it to you right away.
Awesome.
Thank you. We are going to talk with the the Lady of Wind next. So
I think that was probably the best interaction I have ever had in this campaign with any religious order.
It's almost like it's your first time.
Holy
Honestly,
shit!
it's
It is so weird doing this without Nyla.
It's almost like it's a religious character who's like
Whoa.
lawful good or lawful like, or, yeah, probably lawful good.
Yeah.
You know.
I am loving this experience.
Considering there is nothing evil about just clouds. Like
You have been in hell for quite a while.
What is it? What is an evil cloud? Tell me.
Aculeonimbus. Solely for the name.
All right. Damn. I wish you could do a search by creatures that are capable of doing spellcasting, because I was like, is there a creature that could detect magic? And I can't search that because that would be convenient.
Fearbolgs can.
Yeah, I know, but I can't just search for that using the D&D Beyond search function.
True.
Fair.
Right.
All right. Any other questions? I'm gonna assume no. Then let's go talk to another god, proxy. Oh, I'll put it in the rumor chat that we have.
Oh, I just did a search, and apparently there's Devil Dog. And I was like, oh, Devil Dog. No, Devil Dog's a tiefling named Devil Dog.
Classic devil dog.
I believe a devil dog would be a hellhound.
Alright. You do know that Texas Red has a scope that can use True Sight as well.
Yeah,
did
I know.
not
Oh.
Now we know that.
All right, stand real still.
Well, yeah, but he can only do that for so long a day, can't he?
I mean, you could.
Yeah, and what, do you think that they're going to give you the best clerics possible?
True.
True Sight. True Sight. Okay, actually, no, I take that back. You won't get a
Dang
you
it.
can cast True Sight. True Sight is a 6th level spell.
Alright, well, I mean, we are in their literal temple. I mean, is a 6th level spell really that big of a deal?
I'm not gonna fucking give you a cleric capable of casting 6th level spells.
Alright, I mean, it'd be nice.
Yeah, but I'm also a DM.
Fine. What if we get 6 clerics and they all cast 1 level spells?
They pool their magic together.
And you have first, or you have one 3rd level spell.
Alright, this just might work. Quick,
I can
everybody
even
cast-
add into that.
Ooh.
All right, you're gonna need then you're gonna need like 40 clerics casting 1st level spells. You might get like 1 True Sight.
I feel like that can be arranged. We are in literally a god's temple with 4 gods temples. Clerics should
Yeah,
be like
that's why I rescind the joke.
Rats. All right.
Takesy backsies.
I'm gonna.
You
You
go
said
with
Lady Wind or
It takes you back to the last
Rainmaster.
Lady of Wind.
Okay. She lives right.
Where did you talk
Lady
to
of Wind. We've
Grandmaster?
already talked with Rainmaster. Rainmaster
Oh.
is pretty chill guy.
She lives on the other side, all the way on the other end.
Alika's
All right,
blam.
remove your characters. I'm going to go and talk to.
That went pretty well. I got a good feeling about this. All right. What I think right now.
Real quick,
is
before we get your
somebody-
opinions, Volk, is that usually how your encounters with other religious factions go?
I mean, typically, yeah, they're pretty relaxing people. They know they can trust a paladin of law.
Even though you're a corrupted paladin.
I do get along pretty reasonably well, even with chaotic. The chaotic evil, not so much, but chaotic good, and chaotic neutral, I do get along with. As long as you can promise, they know it's like basically a guarantee that I'm not looking for trouble, unlike a certain worm.
Yeah, no, I just never experienced
but
any
now
interaction with a religious order ended well. Because the only interactions with religious orders, I have always had Nyla with me.
Did you try gagging her?
Or rope.
I mean, look, we talk a lot about doing that, but no, we've never actually done that. And I don't really think we ever will, because that is not a kind thing to do.
Should I just get dominate in person so I can
Sometimes
dominate?
the law isn't kind, Damien. Sometimes it's what you need to survive.
Yeah, but she's also my friend. Anyways, what were you thinking?
I'm thinking that the god tyranny, or god of tyrant, as I put, it's our most reliable clue right now that somebody has been snuck in the mercenaries as a god of tyrant.
Mm-hmm. Because before, myself, Texas Red, and Nyla were asking about the other gods in here, and if anybody in here had beef, and everybody said no.
Yeah, they're pretty harmonious.
Yeah.
An outside god, he is the biggest contender right now. They're the biggest powerhouse.
Yeah. Which I'm kind of surprised
Should I
that
try
we
to
haven't
get
seen.
another cleric?
What was that?
Should I try to get another cleric to come with us
Yeah, I mean, like,
to cast detect magic?
I mean, the more people we get that can help us out, yeah, absolutely.
I think we're gonna get into an encounter in here.
Well, if we bring both of the clerics back to Nyla, then absolutely we will have an encounter.
Yeah,
But
that's a good point. Do hate Nyla. Wait a minute. We could kill Nyla, solve the mystery, get Nyla's innocence exposed and then just leave her dead. We'd punish the guilty, and we wouldn't have Nyla.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I kind of made her a promise, like, really early on before I knew what I was getting into, that I would help her with her final task. Am I regretting that promise? Absolutely, 100%. However, I did make the promise, and so I
Did you
am
do it
going
while
to
you were
keep it.
drunk?
What was that?
Did you do it while you were drunk?
No.
What?
But I
I
did.
suppose this is before you learned her true colors.
No. I mean, like, I would say I knew about, like, 60% of her true colors and how absolutely ridiculously batshit insane she actually was.
I don't mean this to count against your character, but it kind of counts against your character that you're like, I trust Nyla.
I mean, I trust her to a point, you know?
All right, so this is just
I
a
am very
PSA.
glad I stopped talking when I did.
I'm sorry. This is just a PSA because time is obnoxious here. So when I'm referring to anything under like what time it is, it's the clocks are annoying here because in Planescape everything is individual time, and so places like this have clocks under. In this case, it's a 10-hour thing. I'm gonna say that the whole clock one way around is a single day, meaning that every denomination on that clock is equivalent to basically like 2.4 hours. When I said 30 minutes, it was 30 actual minutes and not like the 72 minutes they would have been equivalent to.
Okay.
And so I said something like, the guard changes happened every hour on the hour. I mean that there are 10 guard changes because of the 10-hour clock.
Okay.
I will be more clear in the future as to when things actually occur.
Just tell us if it matters for the mystery or not.
You will never know.
All right.
I think it is worth a shot.
Am I making sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, I should say, is there anybody who doesn't understand?
So when you tell us a time, it's going to be 1 through 10, 5 being our equivalent of noon, 10 being
Yes.
like midnight.
Yeah. If I give you like it was 10 or 5 or something like that, then yes, that's on the clock.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm gonna try to be more specific on. Unfortunately, I don't know any better word. I guess I can just look up what a 10th of a time would be. Like 10th day or something. I don't know, but I'll figure something out. But
Okay.
yeah, so just as a PSA. Okay, everybody clear?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Shoving you guys back into your corner.
Need no shove. I'm my own man.
I am very glad I stopped talking when I did.
What, were you about to insult Nyla?
What? No, never. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, like, I'll trust her in a fight. Like, she's not just gonna, like, straight up backstab me or anything like that.
Well, she probably wouldn't backstab you, probably, because she believes she has her claws
She can
in you.
use me.
Think
Yeah, she
she's
knows that
somewhat
she
useful.
can. That I gave her a promise that I would help her out. So she knows that I'm going to be useful to her in the future, so she's not gonna backstab me. That is how much I trust her. As in, like, that is the extent to how much I trust her. I do not trust her to go to any religious order whatsoever and get information without causing a scene and causing us more hassle. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I was feeling kind of bad for not bringing Nyla, but at this point, I stand by my decision.
Yeah.
It's probably a good decision.
Mhm.
I I want to believe that she's changed. She's not the psychopath she used to be. But I
Oh,
don't
that'll
trust
never
her.
happen. Every time they messed up my plan, so I don't have a very high opinion of them.
They did save your life.
Did they?
I don't know. Neither Damien or I were there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you meet the group again? Like, I just
Me?
woke up and you were a part of the group. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
he
just-
came out of the sky.
No, I just appeared. Very, like, portal. All of a sudden, well, more just like I poofed him.
Okay. That's about accurate for everything that has happened to us in hell.
And I'm oddly the only one still alive in this situation.
Are you still alive?
Yes.
He is.
Huh. How's it going out for
Yeah,
you?
he was murdered by a devil. Was not a great experience.
Yeah.
You'd assume not.
I was murdered by a bunch
Did
of
not
orcs and Yeti.
I was just walking, or I was just exploring temple, and all of a sudden I was in your guys' car.
He tried to kill me.
I did not. I don't even have the spell confusion.
I think you're lying. You definitely cast a spell on me that needed me to make a wisdom save.
No, that was just wild magic.
I don't believe you.
I don't have the confusion spell.
Insight
You definitely
check!
You said
I mean, I don't have it, regardless of what you get.
You make a saving throw.
Yeah, because the whole
I'm
thing
gonna
was
cast confusion.
I appeared in, and the confusion spell got cast. I didn't cast it. The
See, Volk
gods-
doesn't believe you.
Yeah, so have you always had magic go like all wacko on you, or is that like a new thing?
I never even had magic till I showed up.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Dude, imagine living in a world without magic. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
can you
magic
do this?
existed, but I was just
Warhammer will start to float above the ground. He's really just pulling it with string.
I was just kind of your average archaeologist that also may have wore a fedora and had a whip.
Do you fight Nazis?
How do you feel about snakes?
I hate snakes. That's literally my character description. That's why.
I mean, you
just
have
hated
you have
Nyla
a
from the
you have a
beginning.
you have a reason to hate Nyla though. Like,
Yeah, but it just started off as a hatred, and
Yeah.
then it just was
I mean,
justified as I went along.
it was just it was absolutely justified.
Nah, but snakes. I hate snakes. Also, I might have taught history at a college.
Or like the College of Magic?
No, like just a college.
College of Indiana? Perchance?
I also there might be a wild magic where my theme song.
Or
starts
no.
playing.
Did you have a dog by chance when you were a child? And then you happened to take the dog's name? Was the dog's name Maximilian?
Is your name Percival?
Is your name Percival Jones?
No, I also didn't have any parents. That I know of. I mean, I had parents, obviously.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't. Maybe I was just spawned into existence by something.
That would be crazy, though. I mean, like, it would be on brand for, like, this group.
You have. I'm Jesus. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
I thought you were saying you're Maximilian Jones, named after a dog.
I don't quite have the same backstory.
Nah.
But there might be a wild magic when my theme song starts.
You also haven't used your whip yet.
What?
You also haven't used your whip yet.
I have it. It's just kind of like on my head.
Is it used mainly for, like, mobility around, like, forest terrain?
Well, I don't really try that because my dexterity's like a 0.
You know what? You should
So I
try
feel
it.
like that's a mistake.
No. You should try it. I will catch you if you fall.
I already tried to do some kind of climbing stuff that didn't work great.
Ooh.
Yeah, some athletic feats. And I may have fell in front of some people who hired me to do some stuff.
I mean, that happens, though. Or were you trying to be, like, sneaky and you fell right in front of them?
No, they knew I was there.
Okay. Well,
I also then now know how to make a spaceship.
ooh.
Eh,
Like a flying
not all
spaceship or
techno
just
pretty.
like a floating spaceship?
Like a flying spaceship.
Ooh.
It's like a boat that can go through space and it has cannons. I also know how to make the cannons. And that is it, because I rolled like dog shit on everything else.
Maximilian, would you happen to know how to make a pseudo-fundamentum cannon?
Don't do it.
I mean, I know how to make a magical cannon that doesn't exist in our planar era, but it's like a. I assume.
Well,
what
because
I
about a
think I
month
assume-
ago, I and Nyla and Texas Red were fighting on the front lines of the Blood War, which is Devils Against Demons, and they put us on the cannons, and I did extremely well. No need to roll insight, that is absolutely a fucking lie. And did you know that if you put a pseudo-fundamentum, which is basically a grenade, into a cannon, it blows up a lot earlier than you think it would. Possibly burning
would assume
everybody
it blows
in
up
a 5-foot radius of the cannon. Actually, 10-foot radius of the cannon. Dealing massive amounts of damage.
I assume Nyla dodged all of it.
No. Neither
See,
did Damien.
I assume what the cannon I found does is it amplifies a magic spell and shoots it out of a cannon.
So, like, why wouldn't you build an artificer instead of a sorcerer?
Well, I didn't know I was going to find a goddamn spaceship, Ben.
Yeah, but, like, could have planned for it.
How could I have planned for it?
Dude, just plan for everything and expect it all
Yeah,
to go
seriously,
wrong.
You think Volk isn't ready for literally every situation?
I mean, Damien's ready. He's just gonna fucking die. Like, Volk
Yeah,
is
I
my
mean, that's-
backup plan. He's
Damien's
gonna
MO.
save me.
No, but like what I think would happen is like you'd have a mage of higher level cast, I don't know, say like fireball onto the cannon, and then it makes fireball more fireball.
Hmm.
Or maybe like delayed fireball.
So, if I were to cast Ice Cube into the cannon, would a really big ice cube come
Big
out?
eye.
I'm not sure the full fundamentals of how it works, but it might have to be like actual targeted spells.
Hmm.
So not Ice Cube.
I mean, Ice Cube attack is a targeted spell. I have a +7 attack roll to Ice Cube. And
You
it
might have to,
deals
like,
3
specifically
insult
target it.
damage. I also have power
The
word
cannon multiplies
sneeze.
it by 10, so it does 30 insult damage.
30 insult damage.
And fireball does 30d6 worth of damage.
Holy shit.
Let me roll that quick. Let's see. Roll that on a roll or D&D Beyond because it's easy. Let's see, 30d20.
Real
Now
quick,
that lags my computer.
Max. What is your constitution bonus? Like your modifier, like your constitution modifier.
5.
Holy shit, you have a 20 constitution?
You don't need to roll an insight on that.
It's probably a 10.
I have a
He has
feeling that is
36
wrong.
I have 40 health. Thank you very much.
I feel like I could almost do 40 damage in one turn.
I know I could do more than 40 damage in one turn.
Yes, but the difference is... Well, yeah, you could kill yourself real easy in one turn. You could cast Disintegrate on yourself and kill yourself.
I don't have Disintegrate. I can probably cast Disintegrate on you and it would kill you.
That is factually untrue.
How much health do you have?
109.
Holy shit.
So I could twin spell Disintegrate on you.
You probably could. Of course, I do get a saving throw. Was it a Constitution?
Or Dex. I thought Fireball was Dex.
Fireball's dex, but
Fireball is Dex.
disintegrate.
Oh,
I think Disintegrate's Constitution.
that sounds
Disintegrate.
correct.
Which coincidentally.
Nope, you make a
my
dex saving
ult-
throw.
Oh.
Well,
Oh yeah, because that's what happened to the
Creature targeted by
carpet.
a spell
Because
makes a
Michael
dex
hated
saving
me.
throw.
well, I won't say it was Michael hated you.
No,
Also,
I'll say
I
it's
have
Michael
a
hated me.
I have a feature which me to take no damage if I succeed the dex saving throw.
That's bullshit.
Because Shield Master. Oh, shut up. You have evasion.
I mean, also you don't
Oh,
take
true.
damage on a successful save.
Really?
Oh.
What? For Disintegrate?
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
Disintegrate
well,
is it deals the damage, or it doesn't.
Yeah, a creature targeted by the spell makes a dex saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 10d6 plus 40 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And if its health points at 0, it's disintegrated.
Huh. Oh, I thought it was much better than that. I thought it was like Fireball with his save is half damage.
No, that'd be a little too good.
I mean, it is a 5th level spell.
It's a 6th level spell.
On average, it does
It's
70
better.
damage. Holy shit. Actually, 75
Disintegr-
damage.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
A disintegrated creature and everything it is wearing and carrying except magical items are reduced to a pile of fine gray dust. The creature can only be restored to life by means of true resurrection or wish.
Yeah, I only have a +6 to my dexterity saving throw. It's pretty bad. I have a +12 to my charisma saving throw, and I'm 100% sure I'm never going to use it.
I have a plus
you'd have to
one,
beat
so
my-
quit complaining.
So, Ben, you'd only have to get a 17, or better than a 17 to save.
Not impossible. 50-50, I guess.
I'm really hoping to get something that boosts my
Your saving throw?
my
Good
save.
luck.
There's items.
Literally
I
the
think
only...
you damn near maxed it out.
Yeah.
No, there's items.
Mm,
There's like-
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 specific items that have it go up by 2. I've
You
looked
know
them
how
up.
many
I guess the hand
items
clone,
there are?
cone of clarity would be one, yeah. Have to be something that you specifically look for. There's not many items that actually do increase the
Also,
DC.
guys, don't forget to always be within 10 feet of me. Unless, of course, you like having sucky saves. I guess this is more for Damien.
Look,
But also-
alright.
A general rule for Maximilian. Like, if we're ever moving somewhere, 10 feet. That's as far away as you should be from Mac or from Vol. Because then you get a +4 to all your saving throws. Oh, baby. When is our next ability score increase? Level 12?
Yep.
Oh, then it'll be a +5 to all our saving throws. That's nuts.
All right, you arrive at the gates of the Goddess of Wind, or the Lady of Wind specifically. The guard,
Hello.
same as before. The devils sigh and decide to open the gates for you, and you enter inside the courtyard. Just as before, the devils wait outside the gates as they decide to let the clerics and other holy people deal with you as opposed to them having to guard you the entire time.
Nice. Laziness. Establishing a pattern. I like to see it.
We kind of know the pattern already, though, don't we?
Mhm.
We can't be sure. They're not luring us into a false sense of security. Alright, Brian. Give me the name.
All right, Chinese name generator.
Is this Ghostface Killa or some generic version of that? Sticking with the Wu-Tang?
And
yes, the great name of Ma Yi.
E.
Mayi.
Okay. Okay.
Is that
And
the?
this, oddly enough, is a half elf.
I'm surprised. Shocked, one might say.
Do we only see like half elves and or humans?
Ben, why do you do this to me? But okay. Ma is the first name. Yi is the last name.
Oh,
All right.
It's not
Maya
Ma
Yi.
Yi.
Oh, all right. Got it.
All right, there you go. And the half elf seems to be half. We'll go with wood elf.
Interesting. Write that down. Write that down.
Yes, I heard that you would be showing up soon.
Greetings. I
Who
will-
told you that?
She takes you inside, and well, of course, it would be Wu Tang or Wu Tong.
Well, thank you for receiving us. We are in a trying time, and we all seek resolution towards this crime that has been committed.
And she leads you into one of the rooms and sits everybody down on the floor in front of the table. And, all right, and what do you want to know?
Well, first of all, let's start with what is the relationship that. Can you perhaps fill me in on a bit of a history for the Lady of the Wind?
Yeah, the history that doesn't exist because there's 2 lines on Wikipedia.
I'm waiting.
Yes, the Lady of Wind, she was designated by the Jade Emperor to rule over the winds and to control them. She's got a big goatskin bag.
Who's the Jade Emperor?
The Jade Emperor, the head of the Pantheon.
Yes. Do you not realize?
I'll be honest,
who
I
spoke
thought
to the
that
gods.
he was a mortal dude that gave a god a mirror saying like, yo, you suck at aiming, use this. Okay.
Super God.
Okay.
One of them super gods.
He's the head of the Pantheon.
Gotcha.
Now we have talked with proxies of the Cloud Youth and of the Rainmaster. We've come to an understanding that the Lady of Wind works together with her companions and in the harmonious rule of nature.
Indeed.
Now, in regards to this crime, are there any specific instances of suspicious behavior or suspicious characters that you would like us to know about?
Suspicious characters, unfortunately, none that I know of among the ranks of the clerics and priests and paladins here.
What about the devils?
Well, they're always a little bit suspicious, aren't they?
True,
let's
true.
not be devilish.
We really don't let the devils anywhere they don't need to be. That's why they're not in any of the temples here. Unfortunately, though, we have relics that need to be guarded in the palace, so that's why we still have to let them in there.
Why is that not relegated to one of the Duke of Lightning's paladins or clerics?
Thunder?
Because the Duke of Thunder's paladins and clerics are all busy doing his work, fighting evils that need to be smote.
Smiting.
I think
Spiky.
either works.
Who's a paladin here?
Well, I mean, she's the proxy of a god, so I think,
But I have first-hand experience.
True, true.
Smitimus. Now, the we have heard there is a hostility between the Duke of Thunder and the God of Tyranny.
Yes, but no any less terror than between a god of punishing evildoers and a god who facilitates them.
Have you heard any news, perhaps any rumors or any...
You overestimate my connections.
Well, I
Unfortunately,
imagine
I deal
is-
with the what I deal with the Lady Wind's interests, and they do not really much coincide with the goings on of the Lord of Tyranny.
Can you not hear a whisper upon the wind?
It is definitely possible to hear whispers in the wind.
If anybody would have an idea about what was going on around here, or perhaps an ever-present ear to the ground, if you will, my assumption would be on the Lady of Wind, and I'm hoping that you can present us any information that you have possibly discovered.
Unfortunately not. But I do know who might be able to assist in that. There are advisors to the Duke. After all, he does not only have his only duties do not just coincide with punishing wrongdoers, but also managing this place. And I assume that some of them are spy masters of some sort. People who
Where would
listen in on secrets.
we
I
find
assume
these?
they are all hard at work trying to assist the Duke, but you might be able to send a runner into the palace in order to summon one of them.
You know who the best person to talk to get that done would be?
Let me see.
Is there a person of internal security, perhaps?
If you want, I can do that for you and send a. It's just not too much work for me to go and send a runner in. After all, that's what we. That's why we have some of our clerics here do.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Can I get
So,
an insight check on
anyone
her?
in particular? Sure. I mean, insight check.
Fuck.
Can I assist?
No.
I mean,
Too late now.
Anyway. So, in that case. So yeah, you think that she's telling the truth. Well, it's kind of hard to tell.
Can you perhaps
it
give
was less
us
about the truth
insight-
and more about the intention, but
Oh, okay. What are you trying to intend?
no, if she had any ulterior intentions
Oh, I
behind
see.
anything, but nope. I don't see any.
Now,
I mean, you can. Yes. So, do you have any particular advisor you'd want to talk to?
the internal security would be foremost on our list, and
So you
perhaps
want-
if
See if
they
the spy
are
master listen to you.
spy master as well.
Spy master might be more difficult, but can see if maybe them or one of their assistants or something can be willing to spend some time with your presence. You know
We
how
have
it is with
been-
spy masters.
Yes, but we have been informed by the Duke that this is of utmost importance.
Indeed.
After all, we can't have him striking another mortal.
But you are also accused of being the ones who have stolen it, and the last thing we want to have happen is you to steal both Mira and kill one of the spy masters. No.
Oh, I thought
The
you were
one
gonna say
accused-
like steal something else, like there was something else that would fit with the mirror. I'm like, oh, dang.
In regards to not only my personal integrity, but that of the party,
Minus Nyla.
group I am currently with holds the utmost
There you go.
the utmost honor and integrity.
Can we get
And
an
we'll put
insight check
law
on Volk?
chaos in
Very
any.
well.
I trust him.
will recommend that the spy master attend, although I cannot once again guarantee that they will show up.
Of course, we understand that they are
But
busy.
but I can see what I can do. I'll try my best to get to convince. I'll send a letter of recommendation. You've been collecting those, yes?
Ah, yes, we actually have.
I'll see if I can write my own, and perhaps with those combined, you might be able to get one of the spy masters to show up, or at least come in with some protection detail or something.
That would be.
Spy
wonderful.
masters tend to be quite paranoid.
Of course. I harbor no ill intent. Of this I am quite certain. In regards to the mirror,
Oh,
you
it's
know
so
the last
good.
time it was seen?
I unfortunately do not. I advise the Lady of Wind. There is so much wind to advise for.
Well, we could-
Last night I had quite a deal. We had to try to make sure that the trade winds blew in the correct direction for the changing of the seasons.
The changing of the seasons happened last night?
Well, in one of the material realms, yes,
How often does this happen?
it happens once every half a year.
And does this require cooperation from all of the gods?
Well, it's mostly really just the Lady of Wind, but I mean, I guess a little bit of the Cloud Youth, and then occasionally the Rain Master, and then if the Rain Master's called, then occasionally the Duke of Thunder will be invited, but not last night. He was busy elsewhere, mentally, or not mentally, but magically, he was punishing evildoers on a different plane.
This is kind of a side question. Are the dates in the material plane all the same?
They're all different. Some are the same, some are different.
Now, we...
Probably to the point we should just wait and talk to either the spy master or the head of the guards.
Alright, that makes sense. Does anyone else, Damien, anything for my proxy of the Lady of Wind?
Well, I mean, I asked what Wu Tong's favorite color is, but he never answered. I would like to ask her, but I feel like you guys are just gonna
I'm
shove
sorry,
me out of
any-
here.
The important questions.
Mm-hmm.
Questions?
Yeah, no.
Alright. Thank you for your time and your understanding. We seek a solution to this criminal activity and are taking every step in order to catch thieves or multiple thieves.
All right. In that case, I will. I'll send the messenger. They'll probably catch up.
Alright, we shall be interrogating mercenaries to see if we can discover something from among them.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It would be quite unfortunate for folk who seem quite decent to end up with their head on a stick after all.
Well, it certainly would be a shame.
All right. And with that, you go back to the courtyard. Hey, look, everyone's there.
Oh, wow, crazy. Oh.
Dakota, are you there?
Okay.
Matt, are you there?
I am here.
All right, everybody's back together.
Hey.
All right, let's discuss what we've learned. First of all,
We found out something very important that I think it's worth sharing first.
Okay.
We discovered that the time that this crime was committed was likely between 9:36 and 9:50 p.m.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if that helps you. You have anyone?
Certainly does.
All right.
Okay. So, first of all, the main god with a grudge against the Duke of Thunder is the god of tyranny.
All gods are
They suspect that, well, it is the most likely that there could be a mercenary hiding allegiance to the god of tyranny among the mercenaries. So that was what we were going to check next. Also, all of the low-level devils are disgraced devils, as in they failed other contracts and have been sent here. So that is important to keep in mind. The bureaucrats, as well as all of the clerics and paladins, are extremely loyal to the Duke of Thunder, so it's extremely unlikely that it was one of them. The God of Tyranny's symbol is a black hand, and if they're a cleric to the God of Tyranny, they will wear a black gauntlet or like a black
Glove.
black glove or something on one hand.
Typically, but obviously, if they've infiltrated this place, they're probably disguised as someone else or concealing that mark.
If there is anybody casting an illusion on themselves, we have a cleric of the Cloud Youth coming to cast Detect Magic. And to see if that will help us discover any of the mercenaries.
Could I do a history check just to see if I remember these symbols on these mercenaries, Brian?
Sure. You faintly remember some of the symbols of the mercenaries.
Do I remember how they were grouped? Were they kind of going at each other, or?
A lot of them had a symbol of like a gong, or not a gong, a drum.
A drum?
Yeah, like a drum, and like a mallet
Okay,
as well.
Oh,
could I do a
that's,
religion
God of
check
Thunder.
for those symbols and who they belong to?
Don't we already know that those are the symbols of the
Duke of Thunder?
Duke of Thunder? Yeah, it's a drum, a mallet, and
Okay.
a chisel are all his symbols.
Gotcha.
Was there anyone who looked extremely evil?
Was there a guy wearing a big black trench coat?
Now that you mention it,
I
it
mean,
was clearly a lich emanating an aura of evil.
evil!
Yeah, I think Jim is
JoJo,
sort of.
there's like the kanji of menacing. Yeah, there was definitely that floating off of them. And no, you didn't see anybody like that.
Dang it. Alright. It's getting worse. This is getting harder than a Scooby-Doo mystery.
Me and Texas Red are pretty convinced that the deed was not done by a devil.
Okay.
Is there a reason for that, or?
Devils were just behaving like devils, normal behaviors and stuff like that. It's just a guess. We did see during that time that there was a bureaucrat in the area. Whether that or not that's important or not is a different story.
I think we should start
There-
with black.
I mean,
I agree.
if this was a follower of the tyranny dude, he could have just disguised himself as a bureaucrat.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, what we got from the Lady of Wind. We have a meeting with the security advisor of internal security and possibly one of the spy master.
And right on cue, you see a human who seems to be very much out of breath, just like panting and running past the group towards the palace area.
Yes.
What's the hurry?
That's the guy the lady sent. Ma Yi sent. Also, last night was the trading of the
Trade winds.
trade winds, which required the Lady of Wind's personal attention, so she wasn't as focused on internal security as she normally is. That would help explain. That would imply that this heist happened and it was planned out for at least a little bit. So I don't think this was a rash action. I believe this was a highly coordinated. Maybe not. I don't know. It tells us something. I'm not sure yet.
That whoever did this is either very lucky or very intelligent or a combination of the two.
And they have a familiarity with the gods.
Yes.
All right. Checking on the mercs. Let's do that together. Do we want to
Yeah.
split for no reason?
No.
Are you sure?
All right.
I might have something to do in a different city.
Yeah. Quick question. Does anyone want to be good cop? For good cop, bad cop?
I'm not
I don't
really
know if we
good
should-
at being cop, so I'll just be the donut eating detective out in the corner.
All right, so your grand associate here is going to be named Yin Bai. That's going to be spelled Yinbai.
Okay. Who is he?
That is going to be your cleric detect magic dude.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Nyla?
That's me.
Respectful.
I probably won't even talk to this person. They're not
Yeah, I
worthy
know.
of my time.
We are in a very trying situation. And
Just
our lives
talk
are
with them.
very much at risk.
Just
That's all I
talk
ask.
with them. I don't want to even make contact with this individual.
In case you're wondering, the symbol on this guy is, or the symbol that this cleric has, is the symbol of a strangely. It's almost looks like a trident, but it looks too blunt to be a trident. I guess it's kind of like a tuning fork kind of in shape as well.
Like it looks like the symbol of the Cloud Youth.
Yeah, that would be the symbol of the cloud dude.
Okay. All right. I will introduce myself. Say, greetings.
And Mike, sorry, Ben, you spell everything wrong. It's Bai.
Gosh. I was so close.
But
There you go.
to be fair, I guess it's better than his last one.
Yin Bei.
My ye, my ye.
I'm not seeing an issue. Does anyone want to join me by the mercs? Am I just soloing this?
The real question is, does anybody not want to be with Vulcan the Mercs?
I'll be in with the mercs, but can I just be not like wandering around, but like weaving in and out, trying to catch pieces of conversations? Like,
If anyone wants to starts like being real nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Now that's when we start checking hands.
All right. So as you approach the mercs, as the Texas Red and Nyla realized, they're pretty much trying to Scooby-Doo solve this mystery.
Oh shit, we got competition.
Except all of them are trying to Scooby-Doo solve this mystery. So all of them are asking each other these questions.
Okay. But they're all guarded by devils, right? Like all the devils are.
They are so they're in this area that I've circled that's labeled mercs. These down here are the barracks, and then these are walls that also have devils on them. So the barracks and the walls obviously have devils on them, and around the mercs are also devils. They all seem to be barbed, and a few of them are horned. You were given horned devils as guards, simply because one of you was an Aethar, and none of you can be trusted because of that.
Unreal. Classic Aethar, messing everything up.
The gods are the
Alright,
ones
and
that mess things
Maximilian,
up.
you know, it'd be great if you moved yourself.
Oh, sorry. I was just in the bathroom.
Eating pizza.
What
No,
were you
I
saying,
didn't.
Nyla?
All gods are. I don't know what Ben just said, but nothing important. I was just making fun of gods.
Oh, okay.
Texas.
Alright. So, it is almost 10. How much do you want to keep going?
If we're at a breaking point, I would not be opposed to stopping.
Same.
Alright, then we will stop here before we begin to investigate the mercenaries.
I think we're close, gang.
Volk opens his mouth and we'll end the session here.
God damn it! This is the second cliffhanger.
We'll always
next-
end on cliffhangers.
Next session, in
better.
case I haven't written it down enough times, is going to be most likely November 10th. There is the
November
possibility.
10th.
Whoa!
What?
Sorry, January 10th. I apologize.
Wait a
Months
whole
out.
year.
There is the possibility that I can run a session the week of the 3rd, although I don't know because some of you work nearly every day at late times, so it'd be kind of difficult to schedule anything around that time. So if that ever changes, let me know, but otherwise I think the next session is going to be the 10th.
Alright.